We are shifting. Yeah, we are in the new age of consciousness, innovation, freedom, humanitarian, a new era, consciousness and harmony, freedom, equality, innovation and progress, you know, changes in pop culture, changes in industrial culture, changes in everything. I guess after 2020, we sort of hit that shift after COVID. The old world just died. Everything kind of seemed fresh, new, especially when we came outside, coming outside our houses. But ultimately, it seems like everything is breaking down, as if you would say the matrix is glitching. We got Trump doing his thing, we got the world economy doing its thing, we got people not connecting as much as they used to because they're so lost within themselves and their devices, technology. I mean, you can't even create proper bonds with anyone because I guess after COVID, everybody kind of had social anxiety and they didn't want to as connect as much as they used to. It was kind of this sort of element of fear, like there was so much in their heads during isolation that they created these sorts of fears and doubts and illusions of individuals and people. And it didn't help that they told us to be 3 meters apart from one another. So that fear element of connecting with one from a genuine perspective of building community was gone, especially when we came outside. But I would say more people are connecting more because of that. Because from not seeing individuals in a community and society, and we know how human beings are very social. I guess it created more people who were in their, box to be more open within themselves. That's if you chose or you wanted to decide that the experience of having been so isolated for so long, you chose that experience to be a good experience for you to learn more about yourself. But to be honest, there's some people that lost their minds, aka me, you know, found myself diving into past traumas and issues that I hadn't dealt with because of the deep isolation of having to hear my thoughts. And so, I took it upon myself to sort those things out and heal myself, and that's why I'm talking to you guys today. But this new world kind of got a catch to it. We're seeing more violence, yeah, with Gaza and Palestine, and we're seeing more division with the left and the right. We're just overall seeing, you know, things dividing, people splitting up, people waking up, people just doing things that they wouldn't usually do. They wouldn't have done in the old age. I don't know how to explain it, but it seems like when you shifted your consciousness, the whole world shifted it simultaneously. And that's probably because you're also co-creating in this reality, you know. But the dynamics in the atmosphere, in the water, the dynamics in the air just feel different, after 2020. Let me know in the comments, man. Maybe it's just me, but I know it's not just me. A day don't even feel like a day anymore. Things is going faster. Time is going faster. When you meet up with people, you don't. you don't have that sense of I'm gonna see them again. It's almost kind of like, oh damn, like we're having a conversation, but all I can think about is the next thing I'm gonna do. There's just no lack of presence anymore, especially when you meet with your people. It's kind of like an obligation, something to tick off the list. Don't even feel like sometimes you're experiencing this life. It almost feels like you're forced to wake up and operate and live, you know. Not for me, of course, because I got meditation, I got things to ground me, you know, so that I can know that I'm living a story and that I'm living in a reality that I'm coexisting every day, every hour, every minute of. But I never the knowledge I'm telling you guys right now, I didn't have post I mean after before 2020. I didn't have this, you know. It's almost as if my consciousness shifted immediately when I got outside. I know it did, Let me know if it did for you guys. But ultimately, we're in a new world. In this new world, we got more freedom. We got more people being spiritual. They're letting go of religion because they realize that it's an entrapment, you know. More people are being individuals, more people are being more woke, if you would say, to their lives and the matrix. More people are being more conspiracy theorists because they realized they were being lied to by the media. And ultimately, this new world order we're currently living in is something that's we have just created through consciousness because we want to play a different game. We want to play a different side to the matrix. That's why we're in this new world. Because as a collective group, as consciousness, I feel like we've all contributed to the world changing the way it is. And now we're just dealing with the consequences and benefits of doing that simultaneously. And I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm a little bit doubtful. But there's a time delay in that doubt, so I know it's not going to last. But ultimately, I'm vibing, I'm being peaceful, I'm loving everyone who I can possibly love. Because ultimately, I don't know how much time we still got left, guys. So